Okay, so this is just the method for solving absolute value inequalities. It's very similar to any other inequalities, especially like quadratic ones. First step you do is you make it equal, okay, and you just like finding the zeros or the roots. So that means x plus 3 equals 4. They're actually not zeros, but it's the solution to the equation at that particular point. X plus 3 equals minus 4. So you go ahead and you solve it. So you get x is 1 and you get x is minus 7. The second step is you put it onto a number line. And so that's going to be minus 7, 0 and 1. Because it has an equal sign here, that means that we are able to colour that in at 1 and colour it in at 7. So what we're going to do is just by putting in x equals 0, we're just going to test using the original one, which is that. We're going to test if that is true. So it's 0 plus 3 is less than or equal to 4. 3, absolute value 3 is 3, which is less than or equal to 4. So what that's actually telling you, that is in between minus 7 and 1, there is a solution. And then the fourth step is to write what the solution is. So it's going to equal minus 7, and it's going to go up to 1, and it's going to equal 1. Okay, so step 1 in this first one. Step 1, you make absolute value of x minus 1 equals 3. So you go x minus 1 is 3, x minus 1 is minus 3. X equals 4, x equals minus 2. The next thing you do is you put it on a number line. So you go minus 2, 0, 2 and 4. Check whether it's an open circle or a closed circle, but because that has a greater than and not a greater than or equal to, the circle will be open. Check where it's true by subbing in x equals 0, so this one. So if you go 0 minus 1 is greater than 3, minus 1 is greater than 3, 1 is greater than 3. No, it's not going to work. Do you notice that when it is a less than, it's in between? And this happened also with the parabola. And when it is a greater than, it will be not in between. The not in between, it won't work. It ends up being like either side. So your actual solution here for this question, so the actual solution would be minus infinity to minus 2, and then you've got to go from 4 to infinity, and that's what your solution would be. Yeah. Okay, so looking at the last and final one. Okay, so make, get off the highlighter, make 2x minus 1 equal 3. So that means 2x minus 1 equals 3, 2x minus 1 equals minus 3, 2x equals 4, so x is 2, 2x equals minus 3 plus 1, 2x equals minus 2, divide by 2, and x is minus 1. So I have my two zeros, 0, minus 1, 1 and 2. I check whether it's a equal sign or not an equal sign there, and I notice that it can equal those values, so you colour them in. And then the last step now is to test where it's true. Now in order to test whether it's true, I need to write down the original. Now I'm going to use a different number other than 0. I'm actually going to use the number 1. You can use any number, it's just 0 is really easy to calculate. Absolute value of 2 times 1 minus 1, is that greater than or equal to 3? 2 ones are 2, minus 1 is 1. No, not a chance. So this is a no, that means it must be either side. So your last step is to write a solution. This would have been the old way, less than or equal to minus 1 greater than or equal to 2. With interval notation, it will be infinity up to -1. And you could use the union symbol or just put the comma. It'll be 2 up to infinity.